Hello, people of the internet. My name is Nick from City Magic, and today I'm bringing you something very special. This is something that has never been profiled on the channel before, and it's in this deck box. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Obviously, dice and a deck. So let's pull it out. As you can probably tell, my glare wasn't so terrible. Playing a full pulse. I hate this deck. No. This is Dracopal. Nope, this is super budget. I'm talking $50 you can build this deck. No Pendulum Sorcerer, no Maxi, no Regeki, no Twin Twister. Every card in this deck is $5 or less. You can build this deck for legit $30 to $50 depending on where you get your cards from. And it's still a viable deck. Now sure, if you put in expensive cards, the deck is amazing, but this deck is super viable the way it is right now, so without further ado, I'm going to get into the profile. So to start off, I played the one Monkey Board, best card in the deck. Joker, second best card in the deck. To get to Monkey Board gets Joker, 2-card combo. I'm playing 2 Lizard Draw and 1 Turtle. I just want the deck to be consistent, but I don't want to have too many Turtles, because it is a level 1 and you can't Pendulum Summon it, as your lowest scale is 1 and your highest scale is 8. Prime example right here. But this lets you draw a card, and then if it's on the field as a monster, which you can Pendulum Summon, then whenever your stuff dies, you draw it for your performable count, so you can draw 3 to 4 cards off this. And then if you activate this, then Monkey Board, it's so plus. And then I'm playing 3 Performapal Silver Claw. The reason I'm doing this is because if I open this in Luster, I can instantly get a rank 4. And I can also, it's a dark, so Allure of Darkness is more live. And when it attacks, it goes to 2100. And if it's in the scale, it makes Performapals big. It could turn Joker into 2100 to run over stuff. So that's why I'm playing 3 Silver Claw. Those should be the 3 Pendulum Sorcerers, though. Playing 1 copy of Paratrio. I can't use its monster effect. It's mostly here as a scale. It can be a low or a high scale depending on what you have in your hand. It's also very searchable through like Joker, Monkey Board, you know, the spells I'll talk about, but this would be the first card in the deck I cut, and it's the first card you usually side out, because you only need it as a game 1 scale. For the Odd Eyes engine, I'm playing 2 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Odd Eyes. This is just dumb. Like, the fact that Sky Iris is a card, and the fact that these are probably the most searchable cards in the deck is amazing. If you pair up, like, Silver Claw, Unicorn, Odd Eyes, or, like, Phoenix, Unicorn, Odd Eyes, it adds up to just so much raw damage. Like, and the fact that these are Performapols, meaning that Joker and Monkey Board can search them, is fucking amazing. And if you happen to open Odd Eyes, you can put it in your scale, end phase, blow it up, get to Monkey Board, and if you don't get OTK'd, you can go off from there. That does it for the, like, Performapal part of the deck. On to the Dracos. I'm playing 1 Luster, 2 Vectors, and 3 Masters. Masters the tits. Like, the fact that you can just blow up one of your low scales or your high scales so you can put another scale and get a card in your extra deck is fantastic. Vector's amazing in the mirror match. Like, if you're going first in the mirror and you put this in the scale, your opponent kind of can't play. Like, no Monkey Board, no Lizard Draw, no Ariadne, none of that shit. No Luster. Like, Vector's amazing in the mirror. And it's a dark, so you can use it with Allure, Darkness, and Master Key Beetle. It's a really good card. But one of them should be Lecter, because Lecter can just blow up any Pendulum at the damage step. So that's pretty cool. And he has the same Pendulum effect, so. Then the obvious Broken Luster. That's it for the Draco engine. For the Darks, I'm playing 2 Knights, 1 Zephyros, and 1 Shaddoll Dragon. Allure, Darkness is a card, and we're going to abuse the shit out of it in this deck. You know, searchable by Rhoda. I'm not playing Rhoda. I tried to put Rhoda in the deck, couldn't find room. Like, Zephyros is just a dumb card. Like, bounce your Monkey Board for another use, bounce your Vanities, bounce whatever the fuck you want, and Shaddoll Dragon can out monsters and spells and traps, so that's pretty cool. Then moving on to the other random shit. I play 3 Magical Abductor. 3rd best card in the whole fucking deck. When anyone activates a spell, it gets a counter. And then you can remove, if it's in the Pendulum Zone, you can remove 3 counters, and then search any Pendulum in your whole deck. So, this card's broken. Like, Sky Iris in this is just like you open this in terraforming and another spell or another scale, like golden, unless it gets spaced or twisted or whatever. Get out, come on. And then my one of targets, one Samurai Cavalry, one Archene Eccentric. I would definitely cut the Samurai for a second copy of Eccentric, but I definitely would side the card. But I'm maining it for now. I just don't have any other cards to play. And this card's actually really good. It can have any monster, and like this and Abyss Dweller can basically deal with any threat in the game. Except Infinity, because, you know, fuck Infinity. And then Eccentric is it's a Monarch hate. I thought about playing Turntoad, but Turntoad just ended up being too inconsistent. Eccentric's just a better out. Same with Samurai, you can normal summon it, get out the domain and shit. And then the last main deck monster is Rescue Rabbit, because this is an immediate rank 4. It can summon out your masters or your vectors to make Synchro and Xyz play, and even Fusion plays because of Dynaster. And you can Pendulum Summon it and then like you can go off. And it also doesn't require your normal summon. And if it gets negated and ends up in the graveyard, I'm running Soul Charge, so you can revive it. So hold on a second, please. Very sorry about that. I've been fighting a cold the last few days, but, you know, I haven't uploaded, so might as well bring you guys some content. That's it for Monsters 29. When you play a Pendulum deck, you play usually 25 to 30 monsters, so there's the majority of the deck. For spells, 2 Sky Iris and a Terraforming to search it. The card is just amazing. Like, your Performapals and Odd Eyes cards cannot be targeted while they're in the Pendulum skill, and then you can pop any face-up card you have to go get one of your missing combo pieces. So, and obviously just to get it, if you open Sky Iris Terraforming, it's not even that bad, because this is once per turn, so you can Sky Iris, pop a card, Terraforming Sky Iris, activate the second Sky Iris, and then pop a second card, so you can just keep searching through your deck. Allure Darkness, broken in this deck. Like, even if you brick with this card, you can usually just like set everything on board and then Allure. Or if you already have the Dark in hand or a way to get to a Dark in your hand without having to use this card, you can get it in your hand and then activate it. I don't like blindly using Allure, but sometimes you have to do it. But there are a large number of Darks. How many Darks are in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 Dark monsters in the main deck. And the thing is, 7 of these motherfuckers are searchable. You should have no problem being able to Allure of Darkness with the greatest of ease. Fuck this. Go to the side. This card is really good. Play it. Abductor, yeah. 2 MSTs. I can't afford Twin Twisters, and this is a budget deck. So, MST. If you want, you can put Twin Twisters in this spot. But I prefer MST, just because if your opponent sets 1, you can just get rid of it. And usually what happens in like mirror matches and stuff is that what they do. They set up their board and they set 1, and it's usually like a warning, and you can just like snipe it out with the MST, or hit a scale or whatever. 1 of Upstart, 39 is better than 40. Draco Face Off, really good card, get Luster or Vector. And then Soul Charge, because reviving shit is fun. 10 spells. And then it leaves us 1 card. And my last card, I chose to play Solemn Warning. I want 1 main deck defensive card, and this is the 1 main deck defensive card. So that's it for the main deck, 40 cards. Moving on to the extra deck. The extra deck's, it's pretty stapled. But anyway, because we're playing the Dracos, I'm playing 1 Ignister and double Dynaster. Nothing really else to say. They can make rank 8s, and I'm playing 1 rank 8. But you don't have to. Ignister, non-targeting removal spell. Reason it's at 1. Summon anything from the deck. And the Dynaster, he protects your shit. It's a better Sky Iris, because you can Rescue Rabbit, get your 2 Pendulums, make this, set scale, Pendulum Summon, make an Xyz. So Rescue Rabbit turns into these really crazy boards, because you play normal monsters. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Cowboy for game. 2 copies of Abyss Dweller. It's printed in Premium Gold 3, so this card's like 50 cents each. You can easily get 2 of them for the extra deck. Same with Cowboy, he's only a couple bucks. Monarchs, Burning Abyss, some Cosmo players, if you go like, if you're in like game 2, I side Dark Hole, so you go like Abyss Dweller, Dark Hole, and none of the ships float. The card's really good. 2 Magisters, it's in gold. I just have Ultras. So, but you can pick this card up for like 3 apiece. It's super cheap. It takes 2 level 4 pendulums, and if you XC summon it during your end phase, you search any pendulum monster, and then it can summon a Draco Slayer from your extra deck, but you can't XC summon with it. So it can put a 1850, 1950 beater on board and search any pendulum monster in the deck. Samurai, because it leads to OTKs. Castella's a removal spell, and it's a staple. King of the Feral Imps to search Lizard Draw to create combo plays. Ragnar Zero for Despots. Master Key Beetle, this is super cheap. It's a common, and Wing Raiders you can get it for like 25 cents. It can protect any card on the field by being destroyed by card effects. So you can target a high scale, you can target your Skyris, target one of your Pendulum monsters, target, like if you have Master Key Beetle Dinosaur, you just don't lose the game. None of your scales are going to die, Dinosaur can't die, it's great. And then I play 1 Dark Rebellion, staple, can get really big numbers, they need a Kaiju to kill it. And then the rank 8 that I'm playing is Aegon, the Sea Castrum. Don't play this card sucks, but you can make it relatively easy and sit on a 3k booty, and sometimes you can banish. I summoned this against a Synchron player, and I hit their Shooting Star, and it got to 3,300, and it killed over their Road Warrior, which was kind of cool, I guess. But play Hull Pyringer. It's like a $5 card. You can pick it up really easily. What other rank 8s? Very sorry about that. You can make Heretics an Overlord. You can Felgrand, even though he's expensive, you could play Felgrand, but... Or just replace him with any rank 4. It doesn't really matter. So that does it for the extra deck. Moving on to the side deck. The side deck is going through a lot of experimentation right now. It's just kind of stuff I've been messing around with, so let's move on to the side deck. I'm choosing Chaos Hunter as my Cosmo Hate card, mainly because you can Pendulum summon this. The fact that it's a level 7, you can set your 1 through 8 scale, and you can Pendulum summon this, and the Cosmo player basically needs Regeki, or they can't play the game. They can't banish cards, so they can't Allure Darkness because they can't banish to resolve it. They can't... Well, they can E-Tele it, but the monster won't leave the field, meaning it's going to die. They can't banish their pilots, the ship can't float. It's an amazing Cosmo card, and it's a dark! So if you have Allure or Darkness in this, you can activate it, and if you have to, you can banish Chaos Hunter, because its effect only applies to your opponent, and it only applies when it's on the field, so you can banish it for Allure or Darkness. It's great, it's amazing. I guess Lancia with the Dark Holes is better, but I chose Chaos Hunter. I believe it's the better card in this specific build with this specific deck. 2 Dark Hole, you're a Pendulum deck. And if you have Dinosaur, your stuff won't die. So the Dinosaur will die, you can protect all your shit and then go off. So it's a really good card. 2 Prohibition, you name a card and your opponent can't use it. So you can name Pantheism, Dante, Ignister. You can't use it either. So sometimes you just want to name a card that only your opponent has. Again, Dante, Beatrice. You can name Regeki, Twin Twister, whatever you want with it. But it's only good going first, so I'll probably cut it from the side deck. 1 Book of Moon for Burning Abyss and stuff. 1 Necro Valley. This is Cosmo Hate, Monarch Hate, BA Hate. You can side out a Skyris for this because it is a field spell and you can search it, so that's pretty cool. 3 Forbidden Chalice. This is my sided effect negation. I side this in against Monarchs, against Rogue anti-meta decks like Yosenju, Stellar Knight. Basically, almost every Demise deck, but, you know, it's just me. So there's that. And the last card in my side deck, 3 copies of Stygian Dirge. This is a short print common out of Stardust Overdrive. It's about $3 right now, so pick them up while they're cheap. What this does, it's a continuous trap. All your opponent's monsters lose 1 level. So against rank 4 spam decks, you can flip this and they can't play the fucking game. Against like BA, you can flip this, they can't make any other shit unless they have the Twin Twister, which, if you're me, they have the Twin Twister and they'll blow the shit up, and then they'll discard like a Skarm or a Farfa, but if they don't have the out to this card, they will lose the game. Like, they can't do anything. It's great. And you can protect it with Master Key Beetle. So if you're going first, you can make a Master Key Beetle and protect this from the Twin Twister, or you can activate Prohibition if you drew it. So, So this was my ultra super mega budget build of Dark Dracopals for June or July 2016, I guess, even though I'm making this in June. Let me know what cards you guys would play in the comment section down below. Try to keep them under $5 because, again, this is a budget build, and I'm poor, and I can't afford good shit. So, anyway, my name is Nick from City Magic. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. If I can hit the damn end button.